Okay. My hatchlings, it looks like we're able to go onto here. That's good. At least I hope so. I think my okay, I thought my stream froze. That would have been bad. Okay, so tomorrow it looks like around 2 to 4 will be is that yeah 2 to 4 will be the update for this. It'll be fine because I don't think I'll be streaming today or that day. You know, I was gonna do the whole like time stamps on all of my streams, but then I thought, you know what? I go through it so much, I cannot remember every single mission. It's a pain in the ass. I actually tried that on tried doing on the second episode, but there were so many issues. So what I might do, actually, I'm just gonna continue doing it the same way I've been doing it. I might do it just for the Call of Duties, like the missions, because all I have to do is do the timestamps for the missions. But where I'm on Star Trek, I tend to delay missions by doing random things. I don't know if my headset's just crappy or my thing's not even turned up properly. I can barely hear it. You might have to, I'll put in the description, volume might have to be higher because I'm still using my Xbox headset, so it's not very good. Unfortunately, the only way I can do the podcast, you know, with a actual streaming mic is if I link my Xbox to my PC or my laptop. In my case, it's a laptop. And then use the mic that way. But I'm not very technology there. I'm an idiot when it comes to certain technologies. Wait, what's this? Don't know any of that. So the event, yeah, the event is entered. I wonder what's the next event. Should be part of the mission event, but it doesn't say coming soon. So I'm assuming they'll bring out another like side event or something. Alright, so lately I have actually been doing the Delithium mimes. Now I really don't like doing them, but I want to save up as much Delithium as I can. So, first of all, before we do any missions, so Yeah, so before we do any missions, I'm going to... Now I'm going to try and do this timestamps on this one. I have to like pause it like now and then. Like not pause, but I'll stop what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is I forgot what I was doing. Alright, first I need to do like the status or whatever I'm doing, just like I don't even know how to even write it down, to be honest. So let's do fleet holdings first. I need to get my fleet credits up to at least 500 because there's a duty officer that I need and it requires 500 fleet creds. So I'm going to try to probably just get rid of all of the standard issues, the comments. Oop, did not mean to do that. Alright. So I want the rest of them, which I should be able to get back with the other means. I don't like spending fleet creds, that's the problem. Wait, what? Oh yeah, so as you can see, it's not even coming up with saying that I can earn any fleet creds if I use fleet creds. So I'm not going to use them for that. I need to save up what I can to get that particular duty officer. Because there's a project I want to get, and it's omnidirectional beaming technology. And the only way to get that, as I'm aware of, is through the fleet research lab. Get all these done. I was actually going to do these yesterday, but I was just not feeling it. I just didn't feel like I wanted to do anything, to be honest. So yeah, I'm just doing them now. We do some missions, we do some delivery mining, and we'll do some more missions after that. I love this walking around. Oh. Where's 70? Yep. Alright. Do these. That's it, almost completed. I would need to be on the station if I want to get the my bonus things, the marks. Oh, don't have any. Alright, I'll wait until that disappeared so I can see what I'm doing. Reduce time of combat supplies to recharge after each use. Recharge time reduced by 9 seconds. Try something else. Security officer chance to beam down additional security escort when security team is used. Chance to reduce time on. I do need these. Let's get a diplomat. Oh, I can get another one. I can get it. Oh, there's a fucking... How am I doing that? Okay, so I may have, this is the last time I was on, like, last stream I was on here, I did go through all these again, by the way. So the ones that says transwarp are the ones I can do, so I've actually been going through them again. I've only done the agents of yesterday. And as you see, it says transwarp, so I thought I'd go through them again. But I'll do that another time. I was actually going to go and redo episode 2 of the streams, so because it was like crackling a lot, it had so much feedback going through it, so I need to write in the description on YouTube saying sorry about that and all that. So I need to deal with this, but I was thinking I'd just go through it all again. I'm going to try and go through all again. And I actually don't know, it should give me a, I don't know.
This is a delicate...
Back 6. I'm going to just go through it again. I'm going to do all of the old missions and do it that way. Just to get them all off, and then we'll do the normal missions. Let's say this episode is a blast from the past. Or should we start directly from the beginning? You know, go through all of them. So if I
we have a situation in the Caleb system. The Klingons are massing a battle fleet in that sector, and it's pointed at Federation space.
So let's go through this one. No, at the time I just pressed all of them. Do that one.
Ever hear of Edrin 4? Jim Kirk got into a tussle with the Gorn there, and barely lived to tell the tale. Both the Gorn and the Federation have teams there now. I'd like you to back our new people up, in case the Gorn decide to engage in a little cowboy diplomacy.
Alright, so I'm gonna activate all of them, so that way it does it in sequence.
Starfleet hasn't heard from Deep Space Station K-13 in a while. It's in a tactically sensitive part of the quadrant, and the brass is getting concerned. Get out there, find out what you can, and render assistance if needed. And hey, be careful, okay? This could go sideways, fast. We have a problem at Babel. Caridian rebels have taken several Federation trade officials hostage. They're threatening to kill them unless the UFP withdraws from the Corridan sector. I'd like you to work with the negotiation team and try to resolve this peacefully. Things are heating up with the Tholians. Monitor stations are detecting large fleet movements toward Federation space, and they're refusing all of our diplomatic hails. We're doing all we can to prevent a war, but it's not looking good. I want you to join a task force I'm assembling. If this goes south, I want my best people on the front line when it does. We have a situation in the Caleb system. The Klingons are massing a battle fleet in that sector, and it's pointed at Federation space. I'm leading a force to respond to this aggression, and I want you to be a part of it. If they cross the line, we need to be ready for anything.
Okay, so we're gonna go and do this one. Now, I was actually gonna get my old ship out, but unfortunately, I've got max ships at the moment. Though I could actually, if I save this, show all. Where is the one that's nearest to that time? So I got the Franklin. Got the Hiawatha. That's close to the original timeline. Got Kirk. Got Scotty. Stardust. Let's go with Stardust because it's a Kelvin timeline and it actually matches that era. And to be honest, I don't use it as much. I literally use it like once every blue moon. Oh fucking hell, look how tiny it is! How tiny it is! Let's just zoom in. About there. See if I have any like ships and all that. So what I'll do is if I do like time stamps, I'll write down the start of the missions and then I'll just do the free roam stuff. So I could, for instance, say this entire bit is just free roam and then I'll go into the mission and that'll be the mission section. But first, let's deal with this. Yeah, I need to get rid of that. I don't need it anymore. Right, before we actually go into it, I actually need to go to the site. So it'll be this one. More travel. I don't know if I've already done it. Just gonna travel again. Okay. Grab the cargo ship first. I'm gonna deal with the exchange. This way I can reduce what's in my inventory. About 50 mil. That's the going price for the Herogen Hunter Escort. Go about 47 mil. That one. And we'll go with 45 on this one. Now we'll go and do this thing. Now I don't know why no one wants it, but I'm gonna keep on putting it on there until someone does. So this is Discovery something, but I don't know. Just do that. Discovery far from, no, that's not it. It's a module pack. Okay, I don't think that'll work. Let's Go back into rewards. Let's put it for about 9 or 10 mil. Yeah. Not exactly 100,000, but to be honest, I don't care. It's only literally 1 energy credit off, so it don't bother me. Alright, that's all. Now let's just see what they have. Actually, I took that off. Nothing of value. Ooh, what's that? Just where is it? Plasma door cannons. You know, I don't care. It's 100,000. And it's also a Mark 12. And these fucking tier 2s with 100,000 on. I'm no better. I did start doing that, but I realized it's not worth it. Okay, now we just need deflectors and impulse. I don't really need shields as I've got a pack for them. Ooh, yes, give. Ooh, give me more of that. And give me that one. I tried to take the decent ones. Right. Reflector, that. There you go. My Stardust now has decent stuff. Ah, damn it. Did not mean to do that. While I'm here. Polygon. And it's a... no, that's a real weapon. Alright, put that on. Put the Polygon turret on there. Now, take that one off, put it on there. And now I just need to deal with my stations to see, are they all in line? Looks like it. Okay, let's start this now, shall we? In the shadow of Castile. I can't remember if that's the first one. Yep, that's the first one. Look at that. That looks so natural.
We're reading several
Yep,
Gorn
so
ships on our sensors as well as the USS Zhanghe. The Zhanghe is hailing us now.
Yeah, it looks natural. The only difference is that I've got my particular colours on it, red and purple. Which I actually need to change to red and yellow because that's for this character. My main character, which is a tactical officer, will be red and black or red or white, I don't know, I haven't really figured that out. And there's my blue character, which is red and blue, which is my science officer character.
Welcome to Edrin 4. I'm Bridget McKinnon, CO of the USS Zhanghe. Glad you could join us. My science teams are on site and conducting initial surveys. Apparently, this place is quite the geological marvel. We're not the only ones present, though. Our friends from the Gorn hegemony aren't terribly chatty, but so far they're keeping the peace. Well, I'm sure my people wouldn't mind an extra hand down there on the geological marvel. Feel free to join the party.
What I'm gonna do is try. What I'm gonna do is try and do the where I answer, but I'm gonna actually talk it. I know it's part of the roleplay, but I should have really done it at the beginning, but I don't know. I do have another character. Now this character I have never used. It's a level 2, so probably only used it once. But I could actually start up doing the missions again, but that one I can actually do the roleplay on. I've never actually done the roleplays on here, so it might sound feel a bit weird.
Captain, the Gorn are scanning us. They might not be talkative, but they are curious about us. Orders? I recommend caution when dealing with the Gorn. They can be easily provoked. We have entered the orbit of Edrin 4.
Transporter
Captain.
room to bridge. The geological team, supplies, and gear are ready to beam down to Edrin 4.
Lowering shields for transport. I'm detecting some unusual energy signatures in orbital space near Edrin 4. Recommend we perform a deep scan of each. They could be hazardous. Strange. For a moment there...
Alright, so what I'm going to do, once I've completed with the campaign on this character, I am going to go over to another character, make it a new character. This time I'm going to go with the cat person. Currently my other character is a female cat person, and I only use that for checking out basically so I can write down the ships with special stuff on them, so I can look it up much easier. But I might actually do that. I might actually go and do a actual roleplay. It actually might feel a bit weird though, to be honest.
It's nothing, Captain. Thought I was picking up an impulse drive. False alarm. I'll recalibrate the sensors. Don't want to be jumping at shadows here. Captain, the science and engineering teams indicate that they have made it to the surface and made contact with the science team from the Zhanghe. The rest of the landing party is standing by in Transporter Room 1. They're ready to beam down when you are.
This is gonna be this might actually take a while, considering I'm going back through the missions.
Ah, there you are. Better late than never, huh? Ensign Skavron, Starfleet Corps of Engineers. Lovely planet we've got here. Charming, even, if you're fond of heat and rocks. Still, it's not a complete wash. To say this place is mineral-rich would be an understatement.
Press left to scan the area. Your tricorder will point you toward your nearest objective.
My tricorder's showing some interesting mineral formations beyond this ridge.
This looks like a good place to start our scans.
Oh, wait. The briefing.
Nice to see a report was spot on for once. The
Wait.
mineral deposits here are remarkably
How-
pure.
Keep. Ugh. You are such a pain in the ass. You know, I when I was going through them again, I only realized like a couple of days ago.
This carbon deposit is unusually pure. Apparently, the Metrons don't prepare half-rate planets.
Yeah, I literally noticed a couple of days ago while I was going through my old streams. I didn't realize he actually was part of the away teams until like I literally went back, saw that it was only me and my crew that beamed down, and then he suddenly appears. It took me years, and I did not even notice it. Ain't I a dumbass?
Whoever gets the mineral rights to this planet will be pleased. Very pleased indeed. My readings indicate there might be dilithium on this planet. I'll need to take more scans to be sure. The variety of minerals in the topsoil alone is astounding. The soil here has a high concentration of sulfur. Either my tricorder's broken, or the soil here has an amazingly high concentration of sulfur. What the? Mortar fire? We'd better head back. Whoa! The mortars have closed off the pass. We can't reach the camp. Who would do this?
Look! Over there!
It's the Gorn!
Captain, this is Lieutenant Newman. One of the Gorn ships just exploded. They're blaming us and attacking our forces, on the surface and in orbit. Captain McKinnon tried to explain, but they aren't responding to any hails. Way ahead of you, Captain. We're defending ourselves, and our shields are up, which means we can't beam you back to the ship. Afraid you're on your own for now.
Over there! There might be a way out of this infernal canyon further down the valley. We need a way out of this canyon, and I'm thinking that big rock up there is it. With a little Federation ingenuity, we can topple this rock with a makeshift bomb. Once it's down, we can walk across it and get back to camp
before the Gorn use the Zhang Ha's science team as target practice.
Have you read Captain Kirk's report on this place? We have all the materials we need here to make bombs. They won't be pretty like me, but they'll get results. If you can collect the materials, Ensign Hunter and I will work out where to place the explosives. We're going to need at least 3 bamboo containers, sulfur, potassium nitrate, and coal.
Behind us!
Good. Let's take these materials over to the bottom of that huge rock. Right. Ensign Hunter and I will construct the bombs we need to bring down this rock across the canyon. That's the easy part. It's up to you to keep those angry Gorn off us while we work. Hope you're a good shot. Well, at least the Gorn are punctual. Keep them off us! Crush that coal up good, Hunter. Not like that, finer. Careful with that! Potassium nitrate can react explosively with these materials. Now mix it with the coal. Carefully! I'd rather not get blown to pieces today, if you don't mind. We're just about done! Done! Now let's get these bombs in place! Well, now that Ensign Hunter and I did the hard work, it's time for you to pull your weight around here. You need to place these charges under the rock. Spread them out, though not too far. I'm sure you can figure out an optimal placement.
The bombs are primed to blow. We should move to a safe distance.
Fire in the hole! Ha! Back in the academy, they said that in the battle of man versus nature, man loses. Well, take that, nature. Absolutely. We should be able to climb that rock just fine. It's steep, but a minor obstacle for us nature conquerors. Just, watch your step.
I hope the scientists are all right. The Gorn aren't known for their mercy. Looks like some Gorn came through here. We better hurry.
Thank you. Things were looking pretty grim there for a moment. The Gorn. They kept saying the deaths of their people would be avenged, but we didn't do anything. I haven't fired a phaser since the academy.
Glad you're in one piece, Captain. It's clear up here for the moment. Transporters are standing by.
Looks like the Gorn have exercised the better part of valor, Captain. But the Zhangha's in rough shape. Captain McKinnon is hailing us now.
Good to hear from you. Thank you for saving my people. We're making repairs, but it'll be some time before our engines are back online. We're picking up Gorn warp signatures on our long-range sensors here. They're coming back!
I'm gonna try and speedrun this as fast as I can.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target has been. Press the right trigger to fire energy weapons. Press the right bumper to fire torpedoes.
Just to be warned, if you're gonna do missions, do not use
Thanks for
sentry
covering
mode
us.
unless you have a
Gorn
clue.
would have made short work of my ship otherwise.
Like a ship.
I owe you one.
Oh. Don't interrupt me, NPC. Alright, so basically, this has a flaw in there. Even if you respawn, you cannot move. The only way to move while it's active is if you cloak your ship or you go into a TFO. So just to be warned, do not use sentry mode in campaign. It will not work.
Thanks for covering us. The Gorn would have made short work of my ship otherwise. I owe you one. Slow but steady. Our warp drive is still disabled, but we're making progress. Thanks. I hate to ask, but something's bothering me. We picked up strange energy readings before the attack. It could be nothing. Sending it now. I'd start with the debris of the Gorn ship that was destroyed. There might be a clue there.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to do the timestamp on this particular one for each mission. I'm not going to do like what I was planning on doing.
Captain, the crew of the Zhang-Ha were onto something. I ran a deep scan analysis of the Gorn debris, and the results are damned peculiar. Gorn ships aren't as tough as a Tellarite design, but our scaly friends know a thing or two about hull plating. Whoever fired this shot knew exactly where to hit them. Not with the data we have now, but the science team just found another strange energy reading nearby.
So yeah, the plan I was gonna do was do the mission timestamp plus the each loading screen section and the cutscenes. I almost said scream then. But this time I'm just gonna do the mission start sections. That way, if you want to watch them in those sections on YouTube, then you can.
Picking up debris from the Gorn ship, and some trace elements of weapons-grade plasma. Sir, I know who did this. It's the Romulans. I'll shave my eyebrows if I'm wrong. It's the Romulans, I'm sure of it. There's more bad news. The Gorn are coming back, weapons hot. Orders?
It's the same ship as before. Doesn't look like they're back at full strength, though.
Oops.
We thought we could share this space equally, Federation. Your unprovoked act of aggression against our research vessel tells me otherwise. I see no Romulans, only Federation ships. Do you think me a fool, Captain? Most convenient, Captain. But I am unconvinced. Produce these Romulans that you claim destroyed our ship, or prepare to pay for your crimes.
Captain, I've got an idea. If we can generate a charged particle burst, we might overload their cloak.
You're quite the clever one, Captain. Too clever, I'm afraid. No one can know of our actions here today. Your death, while regrettable, is necessary.
Warning. Ship hit.
Well fought, Federation. The hegemony will remember the Romulan treachery today, and your assistance in exposing it. I propose we continue our joint surveys of Edrin 4 under a mutual non-aggression pact.
So there was another player on the field. Nice work out there, Captain. We'll be heading for the closest starbase soon, but we'll be back to finish our work here, along with the Gorn, I'll wager. I think the Romulans will take a pass, though.
All decks have reported in. We're ready to disembark on your order.
See if there's any like stuff in. Nope.
So there was another...
All decks have reported in.
Good to hear from you. I've read Captain McKinnon's report. Sounds like things got a little rough on Edrin 4. Still, the diplomatic corps thinks your actions will make a difference in future talks with the Gorn. Well done.
Need to just do something. Delay on my stream. I think my ears getting crushed. I don't really care what item I get, because I would be just
Stay
giving it
safe out
away
there.
Anyway.
Keep me apprised on the K-13's.
Ah. I hear a distress beacon. At least I think that's a distress beacon I can hear. Okay, Painful Omens is next.
We've arrived near Deep Space K-13, Captain. This is odd. I'm not picking up any comm traffic. No signals, nothing at all, from K-13 or the other ships in system. Sensors aren't detecting enemy vessels or warp signatures. No signs of combat either. This is peculiar. I'm not sure what to make of it. Captain, the other ships are raising shields and charging weapons.
Warning. Ship. Target's shields have failed.
All ships disabled, Captain. Captain, those were the Starfleet ships assigned to patrol this sector. I don't think that was a war game or training sim. Their weapons were at full power.
Stay away! They're taking control! Don't come near us! They'll take you too! Ah! This station came from The station. Ah!
Message from Starfleet Command, Captain. We're to investigate the situation immediately. No signs of combat on board the station, Captain. No hostile life form readings either. Everything's quiet. Sensors are picking up a number of life signs over there, but I'm not reading any unusual activity. All of the station systems seem to be functioning normally. Think we should beam over and have a look around? I don't like this. No one's at their duty stations. Not even the transporter operator. Station's not on alert. What's happening? Tricorder's picking up a life sign nearby. Looks like they're in sickbay just across the hall.
He has returned. Just jacking our fucking stream, innit? Not stream.
Those blast points on the wall are from phaser fire.
Stream?
There was a fight here. But with whom?
Missions,
no sign of Klingon or Ron.
Press the wrong button. Oh, that's what he gets when peeving. I forgot to do this. I'll do it quickly. Let's see what was there.
Those blast points on the wall are from phaser fire. There was a fight here. But with whom? No sign of Klingon or Romulan weapon fire. Just Federation.
The lights have all been dimmed, but it looks like sickbay's still operational. Over to the right.
Captain, I think I saw motion in that room to the left.
Stop where you are and turn about slowly. I need to determine if you are infected. Neural parasites. A life form last encountered by the crew of the Enterprise at Deneva Colony. Those possessed by the creatures tend to engage in hostilities with the uninfected, the better to render them fit for infestation. Temet, and while you have not engaged in hostilities thus far, I have seen infected employ false passivity in order to lure unwary prey. A tricorder scan of your adrenaline levels should verify your status. Scans show a slightly elevated level of adrenaline, though nowhere near that of an infected life form. Thank you for your patience. One can never be too cautious where these parasites are concerned. According to Starfleet data files, the parasites can be safely destroyed by exposure to high-intensity ultraviolet light. My attempts at reconfiguring the station's lighting thus far have been unsuccessful. I am a physician, not a habitat engineer. As a precaution, I have developed a serum that can render a person toxic to the creatures. However, medical supplies here are limited. I have enough serum to inoculate your landing party and one other person.
Perhaps we can find someone else via the comm system.
Now there's a voice I wasn't expecting. I take it you heard my distress call then. Well, in case you haven't noticed, the station's been overrun by neural parasites. The wee devils are back with a vengeance. I'm afraid not. I'm in the auxiliary control room, down on the engineering deck. The place is filthy with parasites, so you'll understand if I don't go out for a wee jaunt.
I have secured a small amount of security gear. It may give you another edge against the parasites.
Yeah. That's gonna be a pain in the ass to do. That is.
Equip your bridge officers by selecting them, then double-click an item in your inventory to have them equip it.
If we pass through the mess hall, we can access a turbolift to reach engineering. Whenever you are ready. These crew members, they're all infected by the parasites. Be careful.
The creatures continue to be resistant to tricorder scans, sir. It may be fascinating. I'm detecting an unusually high level of tachyons nearby. Based on these readings, it is possible that a temporal event has occurred on the station within the last 4.2 hours.
No, that's the Tempus.
The auxiliary control station is down the hall to our right. I'm reading a single human life form within the room. The biosigns match those of Commander Scott in the Starfleet Medical Database.
Hi there. It's good to see a friendly face. There you are. I was beginning to get a bit concerned. Thought you might have been taken by those little beasties. I'll just lock the door so none of them can get in while we discuss our next course of action. Now that you're here, we've some work to do. The way I see it, we need to get to main engineering and turn on the station's ultraviolet lighting. That'll sort the nasty buggers out properly.
While I cannot attest to the ability of UV light to sort Denivan parasites, it will initiate a complete molecular breakdown within all parasites exposed to it.
Aye, she's a Vulcan, all right. I was trying to override the lighting controls from here. It looks like someone sabotaged several duotronic relays. We have to repair them if we're going to have any chance of saving the station. Before we go, grab yourself a kit from the crate there. It might come in handy. We better get a move on. The parasites aren't ones to loiter about.
Equip a kit to gain new ground combat abilities.
Aye, this is one of the broken relays, right here. That one was easy. Just a few more to go. Alright, there are several ways through the engineering section here. Keep in mind that the parasites tend to stay in dark corners. If you want to avoid them, do your best to stay in the lit areas. I'll have this fixed up straight away. That takes care of that. No trouble at all. This one just needs new fuses. There we are, good as new. Now this may be a bit tricky. Just a wee bit longer. There we are. It looks like someone has overridden the command codes. You best get to the command center and see what you can do from there. I'll stay here, barricade the door, and keep trying to get those UV lights going.
Look! Who are those soldiers? They're definitely not Starfleet.
Get the lights while the commander's down.
The parasites, they're dying, all of them!
Salvage what you can and send a squad to kill the Federation vermin!
We need to talk. Actually, the name's Daniels. This may be a little difficult to absorb, but recent events may make it more plausible. I'm actually from the future. I can't tell you how far. Just that it's a future worth protecting. That's why I'm here now. The aliens we're fighting are called the Nakul, and they're waging a temporal Cold War with us. They're trying to change the timeline here in order to disrupt the future. Understand that I follow a temporal version of the Prime Directive. There's only so much I can reveal to you. Trust that we're doing the right thing here. I can't tell you how far, just that it's a future worth protecting. Time's a factor. We need to stop the Nakul from obtaining the neural parasites. The Nakul ship that brought these invaders is now fighting the USS Ptolemy. Someone must have sent a distress call. Unfortunately, Ptolemy is no match for the Nakul. Neither is your ship, at least not alone. We should eliminate the parasites on the ships you fought earlier. Those crews will help you once their minds are their own again. It's risky, but it's our best shot here.
We can return to the ship on your orders. The Ptolemy is holding the Nakul off while we rescue the other ships, but they won't last long. K-13 is hailing us, Captain.
I'm transferring command codes to you now. Use them to remotely access the computer on those disabled ships and emit an ultraviolet flash inside.
This is Captain Seralt of the Ptolemy. We have engaged the enemy ship, but we are outmatched. Please restore those ships and join the fight quickly.
That did it, Captain. Looks like everyone's coming around. The parasites are gone.
This is Captain Doherty of the USS Myrmidon. What happened? What's going on? Parasites? What? Okay, sorry. We're right behind you, Captain. Lead the way.
Something's wrong. We're not doing any damage.
They have some kind of temporal shielding.
Temporal shielding? Never heard of it. But maybe a modulated ion burst could disrupt it.
Have failed.
Fine work, Captain. You sent those devils back to wherever they came from. We do have a wee problem, however. The burst I sent, when combined with the power source, created a feedback pulse. The feedback is creating some kind of spatial anomaly, which is beginning to pull the station in. We need to evacuate, immediately. Scott here. The portal's collapsing. We're in for a right bumpy ride. Everyone's aboard. Get us clear before that portal blows. There she goes. I don't think anyone's ever seen a station do that.
Captain, before K-13 was pulled into the vortex, I picked up a few distress signals from inside the station.
Perhaps not. After all, it was a temporal vortex. They may well survive. In another time. Well then, it's been quite a day, hasn't it? Neural parasites, time-traveling raiders. Why, things will seem almost normal once I'm back on the Enterprise. Speaking of, I'm sure the ships here can give me a lift back to her now that they're parasite-free. If Starfleet Command gives you any grief on this, remind them that lives are more valuable than equipment. And you saved a lot of lives today.
I apologize for springing all of this on you at the last minute, and I'll explain more as soon as I can. For now, I can tell you that history is unfolding as it should, and that was not the end of K-13. You're building a fine tradition of making the right decisions in crisis situations. In the meantime, don't talk to anyone about the Nakul or their time travel. We can't risk any further corruption of the timeline.
System scans clear, Captain. Looks like everything's getting back to normal. We can leave the system on your orders.
I apologize.
System scans.
Let me get this straight. K-13, an entire space station, just disappeared into some type of spatial anomaly? And I thought some of Kirk's after-action reports were a little out there. Starfleet Command won't be pleased with the loss of K-13, or the people that were still on board. But they'll be happy to hear about the lives you did save. Good work out there. Keep it up. Stay safe out there.
going to switch over from my Stardust ship to either Kirk or Scotty. Who is Scotty? Okay. The next one we're doing is called Return to Babel. My eyesight's actually starting to fail right now.
All right. I appreciate your patience. I'm what's known as a temporal agent. It's my job to preserve the timeline. You helped me stop one temporal incursion at K-13. There's been another at Babel, and I could use your help with it. Welcome to the Temporal Ready Room. I use it to monitor the timeline. The Nakul have sent agents to a critical point in time. We believe they disrupted the Babel conference in 2268 aboard the USS Enterprise. I want to send you back there to stop them. You'll be sent back to a point shortly before the conference begins. I'm sending one of our best temporal agents along. I believe you've met.
Nice to see you again. It's been some time. For me, at least. For you, I see hardly any time has passed at all. It must be strange to see me looking, older.
Once you're on Enterprise, deal with the Nakul and make sure the conference proceeds as planned. You'll have a temporal transponder, which will allow me to communicate with you and bring you back. You'll also have these bioscanners. They're short range, but will detect Nakul agents nicely.
Do the job right, and no one will know we were there.
The situation at Babel shouldn't be happening. Something in the past has changed, and not for the better.
Let's begin by using Enterprise's sensors to look for signs of our time-traveling friends. The computer won't have any details on the Nakul, so you'll need to recalibrate the sensors manually on the bridge. Oh, and one more item to be aware of. Ensign Pavel Chekhov is currently on duty on the bridge, which is why I will be remaining here out of sight. As much as I would like to visit the bridge again, two of me in the same place would raise questions neither of us wants to answer. Let's get to work. I will check with you again after you are done on the bridge. Nice work. I'm getting some readings from Deck 11, but I can't pinpoint them. Some sort of interference. We'll need to get close and scan by hand. Start with the mess hall. There are a lot of people coming and going there.
Vulcan, I would speak to you.
It does seem unavoidable.
How do you vote on the Corridon mission?
Sensors are showing that one of the delegates is leaving the lounge. Follow him. He might be trying to slip out before you can get a scan.
Is there something I can help you with? I'm well aware of that. I'm weary of listening to the Tellarite ranting at the Vulcan. I'd like to retire to my quarters. Of course. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way.
Looks like they're on the move, though I'm still getting a lot of false readings on the sensors. Let's keep checking the deck. Like the old Russian saying goes, 2 heads are better than 1. Being here takes me back. It was quite a different time for Starfleet. Head back toward the reception. There he is. Wait, that's Ambassador Gav. One down and likely more to go. There's nothing we can do for Ambassador Gav, unfortunately. Memory serves, Captain Kirk was attacked next, on Deck 5. The captain's wound is serious. He'll bleed out if we don't help him. Stabilize him, quickly! Dr. McCoy will be here shortly to finish the job. Good. It looks like the captain is stabilized. We need to move. I've detected Nakul technology in engineering.
Someone set a bomb in here. I cannot defuse it and keep the mains online at the same time. Wait, Chekhov, is that you? You look older than me, laddie. And you, the last time I saw you was on Dorzana Station. Something was dodgy then, and it's more than a wee bit dodgy now.
It's complicated, Scotty. We've been sent back in time to keep the Enterprise from being destroyed. Aliens are trying to alter the future of the Federation. There's no time to explain. You have to trust us, old friend. We're here to help.
All right, lad. You can start by helping me keep this ship from blowing to pieces, and get rid of that bloody bomb, if you can. Divert power to the number 2 shield. Good work. Now check on that bomb. Auxiliary power to weapons. Auxiliary power to weapons. Good work. Now check on that bomb. Repair teams to Deck 19. Good work. Now check on that bomb. The captain's ordering me to cut the power? I see what he's about.
We can't disarm this bomb, but we need to get to that Orion ship anyway. We can take it with us.
Why not just beam it into space?
We can't let that ship be captured. It has dangerous technology on it. Scotty, I need you to trust me. That ship needs to be destroyed. You can't tell anyone what happened here. It could damage the timeline irreparably. Besides, I'm captain now, so I technically outrank you.
All right, lad. I'll take you at your word. Once you're ready, I'll send you and that bomb over. Good luck to you. Energizing. Now, what's this?
The Orions will lock down their ship. We need to override their security systems.
Press the right stick to crouch. Crouching gives a defensive bonus against ranged attacks, but increases damage from melee attacks.
I'm going to try to attach the bomb to the Orion ship's engine controls. I'll need you to cover me. See if you can hold them at the doorway so they can't shoot me in the back. The bomb is in place. Not much time left. We need to get out of here before we go down with the ship.
That was close. I'm glad I got you out of there in time. You're both valuable agents. Of course, no one will know what you've done today, with the exception of Commander Scott. That being said, this won't be the strangest thing he'll see in his career. Not by a long shot. Indeed. Comes with the job, I'm afraid. In the meantime, I can send you and Captain Chekhov back to your respective timelines when you're ready.
That was quite an adventure. I think you have the makings of a fine temporal agent, my friend. As good as it was to see Enterprise again, I have other duties to attend to. We're preparing for a very serious event, the Battle of Procyon 5. That conflict will determine the... but you don't need to worry about that now. Enjoy your time on the frontier of yesteryear, a time that will never come again.
A lot could have gone wrong today. We could have lost critical figures in history. Sarek of Vulcan, James Kirk, and the crew of the Enterprise. The list is long. However, the timeline was preserved, thanks to you and Captain Chekhov. The Babel conference proceeds as planned, and Corridan is admitted to the Federation. Well done. I'll continue to monitor the timeline for incursions. I hope I can count on you again when the time comes for action.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is leave it there. My eyes are playing up, and now my arm is playing up. So I'll leave it there, and I will see you next time. Have a lovely night, everyone, or day.